Hey family, what's up? You know what this is? This is Dwight Ross, you know what I mean? And, I'm going to be touching on something right now which I know it may be a little bit sensitive for some people because, people view them children different, you know what I mean? But, as I said in the previous video, we're living in a different time and we have to take different approaches. Now, there is a saying that goes around now, especially for the modern parents, that I am going to do all I can. I am going to work as hard as I can so that my children don't have to go through where me go through, that my children, all where me never have, them are going to have it. All the hardship where me go through, them not to go through it. Right? So give them everything. And that's it. Now, that sounds good. In reality, it sounds good and it sounds like what parents should do, But some of us, not all of us, some of us go overboard. And some of us, we do it and we do it in isolation, thinking that just doing that alone is going to benefit the child. No, that alone doesn't benefit the child because in real honesty, there's nothing wrong with hardship because hardship does something to the human being that only hardship can do. You know what I mean? My story is a typical story for a lot of young people. I grew up in an area called College Road. Now is what we call ghetto. Them time there, it's just a community. And single mother home. And through primary school, I never had real lunch money. Nutribon and milk me eat. So 20 cents was good enough for me to walk go back to school. High school, worse. You know what I mean? But the high school experience was worse because I would have come across other children from other socio-economic settings that some eat box lunch, some eat banana chips, and me have to just eat bun and butter and a suck. Right? Now, it's every morning when I used to walk to school, when I look at my situation, it caused me to go into myself and say, you know what? When I look on what is happening around me, my mother can't help me. Me not have no family who they are foreign who can send things. Me not have no family who have no land who them are going to give it to me. Right? So I'm saying, in order for things to change for me, I have to change it, And what it does is that it forces me to challenge myself to change my situation for the better. As a result, I learned independence. I learned responsibility. I learned to value every single contribution made by others because some people chip in sometime and give me lunch money and I was so appreciative of it that I valued their contribution. You understand? I didn't think it was a right for me to get that. You understand what I'm saying? But what we have now is that we have children who they grow up and they see things just thrusted onto them. You understand? They don't understand where this come from. Parents should now start to sit with the children and say, here what? Is it this that I'm giving you for the week for your lunch money? It cost me this to do this. And I want you to give me back this for it. Right? Encouragement, sweeten labor. Let them know that, all right, you have to work for this. Right? Because it's what is going to happen. And what happens is that we have a lot of parents, they work very hard and they sacrifice a lot and they go overseas and some are here, right? And they do so much and they think that automatically the children are going to appreciate it, and when push come to shove, the children are going to stick by them. There's no guarantee that they are going to stick by you because when they reach a certain age, they go on their own. You understand what I'm saying? And what do you have left? When I look on the big corporations and big family businesses, you think that Butch Stewart's son, he just left school and just walked into sandals? No, he had to leave school in the evenings and come and help in the kitchen, right? Help in the cafeteria, help in the restaurant, help and clean rooms, right? And he gradually go to university to go learn how to run the business, and then gradually making way up until he's at the top of the business, right? No, we don't do that. We don't do that. We just give it to them. We are doing them more harm than good, because we are encouraging a mentality of worthlessness. How many of you overseas work your last money and you send it and your rent is not paid and your utilities about to cut off and your credit is going down just to send money if you send them go school, and you can't even see a report? You can't even get a good progress report. You understand? You have to let them understand that your contribution, your investment in their lives, you need a return. And if you're not getting that return, channel them elsewhere. You understand? You have to do that. Teach your children as much as you are going to support them with all the implements, with all the gadgets, and you want to facilitate their good upbringing and growing up and everything. You have to also couple that with you instilling in them life principles, right? Nothing is wrong if they do not have a phone. Nothing is wrong if they have to work for their lunch money by washing the car this weekend. Nothing is wrong with that. You are teaching them good principles. You understand? Because there are many parents right now who they are grieving with them themselves, because that child that you invest so much in, that child turn around and tell you some good choice words when you are no longer able to support them or they want you to support them, right? Some of them are waiting for you to get old so they move you out of your house. Some of you waiting for you to die so they can kill the other sibling to get what you have, because you don't teach them the right principles. So my encouragement is, you have a responsibility to make their lives better, but you have responsibility to yourself too. It's not a guarantee that they are going to help you when you're old. So you have to make sure so you balance the thing. You understand? There are many more variables to this. It's just a thought that came to my mind. It may not even apply to you, but there are many variables to it. We are all passionate about our children, but we have to be careful to find that balance where we invest in them and we have to let them know that they owe us a return, and that return is they're living a particular life, and they should know that if they are not living up to certain standards, that you are sorry. You have to pull back and withdraw your support financially. Thank you very much.